Assalamu alaikum, it's Nizam Nayyar here and our lesson is a revolution in history. In first pic we can see wheels which are just flat discs of wood. Afterwards spokes and rims were attached to wheels. Nowadays we have wheels having rims covered with tubeless tires. Objectives. Students will be able to identify things with wheels, describe the difference between old and new wheels, explain the important function of wheels in our life, answer the questions related to the text. Our text is written in the form of an informative article. In informational text, the writer presents facts about a subject. The writer does not state his opinion or create any story through his imaginations. The writer has used visuals, that is, pictures, graphics, and map to make us understand what we are reading. In this article, we will learn how the wheel was invented and developed over time. As we know, technology always changes the life of people. It facilitates them and improves their lifestyle. No one knows who invented the wheels and who decided to use it for transportation. We just know that a clever person from a country named Sumer figured out that he could attach a wheel to both ends of a roller. To make it an axle, at the top of axle he could put a wooden platform to make a first cart. Wheel was invented 5,000 years ago. It is still inspiring new technology. It will continue to play its part till the human life continues on this planet. Its demand, its need, its function will be always important and play the central part in our life. Let's listen the text.
A revolution in history. What would it be like if you had to go a whole day without using wheels? You'd have to walk everywhere. You wouldn't know what the time was. You'd have no books and no computers. And you'd have to carry everything you needed with you. It's a strange idea, isn't it? We don't know who invented the wheel, nor do we know exactly when someone decided to use it for transportation. But we do know that the wheel completely changed the way people lived. It might just be the most important invention in our planet's history. About 5,000 years ago, before the wheel was invented, people relied on animals to transport many things. But if they wanted to haul really heavy things like building stones, the animals weren't strong enough. So transportation was a big problem. Most things were moved using wooden rollers, like logs, but that was hard work. At least it was hard work until a clever person from Sumer had a good idea. This person figured out that you could attach a wheel to both ends of a roller. That made an axle. And on top of the axle, you could put a wooden platform, a flat surface like a sheet of wood. The axle kept the wheels in place, and the wheels rotated just the same way that rollers did. You could also get an ox or a donkey to pull it along. But even more importantly, you could carry a lot of things, and even people. Without realizing it, the Sumerian had invented the world's first vehicle. Early wheels were made out of flat discs of wood, which were heavy and difficult to rotate. The Egyptians found a way to make a wheel that looked like a ring instead of a disc, making it much lighter. They attached support rods called spokes to the center of the wheel, and then they added an iron rim. All these improvements gave the wheel better traction and made it more durable. The wheel didn't just change the way people got from place to place. Ancient man learned how to use the power of running water to turn large mill wheels. Small wheels called gears connected the mill wheel to a grinding machine. When the gears rotated, power was transferred from one to the other. This meant that people could make bread because they were able to grind wheat and make it into flour. The same idea of wheels and gears was used in the invention of a huge number of mechanical devices. Machines of every size and shape, from watches and blenders to printing presses, wouldn't work if the rotation of wheel gears hadn't been developed. A day without wheels would mean empty schools and office buildings. Trucks and trains could not transport food to stores. Planes could not take off or land. There would be no bikes, skateboards, inline skates, or robots. And even now, 5,000 years after its invention, the wheel is still inspiring new technology. Wheels will always be a central part of life, and the need for them will grow as long as humans think, invent, and change.
Have a nice time.